Testing microphone. Yes. I can't get the chat. All right, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. All right. Looks like I'm working. I can't get the stupid chat to work through that thing. Do it the hard way. Okay. All right. He's sleeping. Well, I mean, I guess your name tracks, given the situation you're in. Name checks out. All right. Let's see. I gotta like be more careful with this hair pick because it's made out of metal. I'm gonna cut my head. I have cut my head in the past with it. My scalp, rather. Where are the color? Oh, I guess I could do that. I hate to play cards like this, but like it work with the commander and are technically a land. Currency converter, doesn't it take the card out of your graveyard? It has to stay in the graveyard. All right, I guess I'll play some of these. I really don't want to though. Fetch lands, they matter kind of. It's such a like a sweaty min-max thing, but I guess they matter. I don't want them to. Damn. Oop, not that one. Wait, maybe this one. No, probably not. I don't have to play Urborg. I don't think it. Yeah, I don't think I have to play Urborg. If it helps my opponent a single game, then it was a mistake. No, I don't need Nykthos. Put it back in the grave as a second ability. I guess? I don't really discard, though. Other than the converter itself, which I suppose has merit. Like you draw a discard and then it seems kind of slow. It's a way to get a card out of my hand, but I'm not really fixated on getting cards out of my hand. Not really. I could end up doing that, but I don't think I am currently worried about that. Yeah, I mean, if with your commander in play, I suppose every other future thing is automatically more mana for Nykthos. I don't quite consider this a Nykthos deck, but fine. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's such a small thing. Oh yeah, conniving. Oh yeah, it's got other text on it. You're right. We connive. I forgot it has text on it. I actually completely forgot it had text on it. Oops. All right. I don't have to do the top part of currency converter. Necro Dominance, maybe? Oh, it exiles. I mean, so does Necropotence, actually. Maybe I can't even play this, actually. I suppose I probably actually can't play Necropotence. Huh. Tragic. and play Snuff Out. I don't know what Quest for Necropotence is. Yeah, it's kind of similar to the other reanimate spells. There's a lot of reanimate spells. I don't know if this one stands out to me. It's all right. It's not bad. Might be slightly better than the other ones. Was it like 7 mana? All right. My favorite style of play? Probably control. I do like combo. I like storm combo decks. Probably control. Doing fine, just fine. Yeah, this commander is ambitious, but it beat me 2 games in a row, so. Yeah, Doom Whisper is cool. I like it more than Massacre Worm. Oh, don't expect me to cast this. Probably just gonna discard it to connive every single time, but it is there in the deck. Eyes of something. It ripples. No, I don't like the Necrogoyf. What's the other one? What's the 3-mana one? Maybe the 3-mana one's good. I don't know what the 3-mana one's called. Barrowgoyf. Barrowgoyf, yeah. Barrowgoyf is okay. Wait. Oh, I said Necrogoyf. I meant Nethergoyf. What even is this? Huh. Alright, well. Ideally you win when you do the bottom part. If you boast, you probably win. It's not like you're gonna boast another time, ever. So you're not really gonna boast twice, ever. Hmm. Uh well shoot, this card is just fine. This card's actually just okay. What's this one do? That's just good. Grindy 3 drops. I want to take this out because there's like a 4-mana version that just has devotion too. And well, wait, does this have a lifelink? Like this is just a better version. I kind of feel, but I like snakes. Snakes are hot. I'm not taking it out. That's kind of slow. No, this is. I don't think this is a free merchant deck. Yeah, I can take it out. I think it's fine, but it is absolutely pretty pretty slow compared to other cards that don't. I mean, it's all right. I don't think I need it. You can exile anything. As this reads, I'm gonna say you can exile Emrakul because it doesn't care if the card you exile has any black mana on it. I'm not going to put Emrakul in here. That's still. I could put Emrakul in here, but I don't think I need it. The only way to cast it from the graveyard is when I swing with this. And if it triggers, I shouldn't find myself terribly concerned upon whatever it is I hit. Does it say black cards? Oh, it does. Oh, it does. I thought it just cared about the mana cost. Like you could exile 500 colorless cards and it wouldn't care. It does say black cards. Damn it. I don't know if I like Bolas's Citadel. There's not a lot of good. Really, there honestly isn't many at all. If there even is a single one, super appealing Eldrazi to reanimate, like normally reanimate, naturally reanimate it. I don't know if I need. Yeah, which one? Even still, though, like let's say you made them black. Which ones are good to trigger off your commander? Except like the 13 mana one that steals your opponent's turn. Like that's a good one. That's the only one I can think of. All the others, I don't want to. I don't really care to cast them out of the graveyard, like at all, really. Like the 10 minute Ulamog is kind of eh. Oh man, I don't think I need. I don't think I need Bolus Citadel. Yeah, it's not bad. It's just it's not. It's not crazy. Velgavoth is not great either as a card, so I can just whoop. It's like I'm never gonna play it. Yeah, we don't. I don't think I need that. I just don't know if I want Bolus Citadel. I already cut a few lands. I could probably go with less. How do you mill your opponent? Let's say you Doomsday Excruciator. How did that one player mill me out after casting this? They cast Doomsday, and then I lost all my cards. And I don't remember how they did that. Huh. He's got 6 eyes, 6 orbs, and 6 fingers. And 6 horns. No, this is fine. This is fine. I'm not taking this out. Same with Doomsday. I'm not going to take this out. If it's ever in your hand and you have your commander in play, you're just going to discard it. And that's just a third of. I think this is just good enough. Maybe I don't need it, but I'm going to try it. How did they beat me? They cast Doomsday, and then how did they mill me? Did they make me draw off of Pier, which is, well, that would just be draw 3, and then I wouldn't have died. How did I deck out? Oh, it was Breach. It was literally Breach. They cast Breach. Yes, that exactly was the card. That was what it was. Which I would like in this deck. Because I have Breach, I now feel way less bad about no Bolas to Citadel. I don't even think I really like Bolas to Citadel here. I'd have to have Memory Jar in play first, though. I can't get it from Baron. Oh, this is just painful. Agadeem's Awakening is 3 devotion if you mill it. Otherwise, it's just a swamp. I don't care about the front side. I don't need Urborg. I think Urborg's going to help a black opponent more than it will ever help me. I don't need it. Maybe I don't need Arden. One, two, three, four. 6. Let's try taking 2 of these out. Emeritus is a demonic tutor. And then I think it re-prepares if 2 creatures died in the same turn. It's like a 6-mana tutor. I don't need Bloodletter. No, I like Hoarding Brewlord. I don't like Stitcher Supplier, but that's fine. Ugh, this is... what if I just went absolutely ridiculous and did this? I don't need it to put a creature in my graveyard. Kind of don't like... Well... Okay, there's probably gonna need... We need more lands, I think. This is just like... It's just... Oh, man, I don't want to take anything out. Ugh. Ugh. It's such a strange commander. No, Obliterator is not very good. Obliterator is not very good at all. But sometimes a 5/5 unblockable is cool, maybe. But still not very appealing. I'm going to take out Liliana the Veil. I keep looking at it. So. It's just devotion for my commander. Same with Pox Plague. I will always be discarding these cards to my commander every single time. It's not like I'm not playing it to cast it. Alright, well, so shall it be. No, I think Urge Defeat is fine. It kills a lot of things, I think. Speaking of Urge to Feed, there's also Grasp of Darkness, which is just a better version of Urge to Feed. So I can run both of those instead of like Long Goodbye, I guess. No, I actually took out the what's her face? The 3 black thing creature. I felt like if I was going in that direction, it might just be better off at least costing like 5 or 4 instead of just 3. Oh boy. Alright. I'm gonna try this. We're gonna start here. Probably gonna end up needing more lands, but it's hard to find things that I really don't want right now, and I would like to play the game. So Baron Helmut Zemo? No idea who this character is. Absolutely no idea. 3 mana 3/3. Whenever you cast a black spell, you connive. And then when you boast, which is attacking with it, exile any number of black cards from your graveyard with 15 or more black mana symbols, and then you cast 3 of them. So you have a huge graveyard, you exile an arbitrary amount of cards, and then whatever the 3 best things were, you just cast them for free. I, in my head, assume this means you win a lot of the time when you do this. So all you really got to worry about is doing it the first time. It doesn't have haste. It's not evasive. I am running these, which usually when I run these, it's not a good sign because the commander is displaying some great deal of vulnerability when it comes to doing the one thing it's really trying to do. There are some cards in here that are simply in here to give devotion to. It's like graveyard devotion instead of battlefield devotion. So Pox Plague. I did get beat with Doomsday from this commander, Doomsday Excruciator. So there's like lions you can summon. I think it was, Breach, right? Doomsday Breach. And then I just lost. So that was kind of neat. But yeah, some of these are in here just to connive away or simply mill or whatever. I don't like random blind milling that much. It feels a bit all over the place. Oh, not that one. That one seems pretty good. You can just do however much you'd like and then just send it. But blind random milling is one of those things I've never been terribly excited about doing. But this is a commander where I suppose it's fine. It's not like I'm interested in simply reanimating arbitrary things from the graveyard. So I'm not, that isn't the main goal. So it has more viability to me. But there is a reanimate package. There could be a more of a reanimate package probably as well. But yeah, Urge to Feed is just more devotion in a cheap removal spell. This kills enough things in my brain that I think it's fine. Barrogoyf is cool. It's all right. And yep. So let's see. I'm probably gonna have to add more lands though, because I was struggling to find things to not run. All right. I want to play the game. Not stick fingers. Mesmeric Orb? Yeah, that could be in here too. Could be in here too. I don't think I like this hand. Oh no, my opponent's playing the same commander. No! I really didn't want to start with a mirror match. I'm gonna hold the Thoughtseize for the Voidwalker. I wouldn't ever think to actually play Hive of the Mind. They have to take Voidwalker. Their deck doesn't work if it's in play, so that does mean I will now Thoughtseize. Entomb that. Let's take the Arena. Yeah, we're taking the Arena. We don't want our opponent to do stuff against us, so. I'm not taking the removal spell. I'm not going to do that. Oh, I played a land that they didn't know about. Probably not a good idea. It's fine. If we're doing this and I have the arena, I feel better than my opponent having nothing. Unless they just top deck a reanimate spell. It's a Baragoyf. That's pretty solid. Hey, look, it's that card. So I can play my commander and then really do nothing after that. So let's go ahead and just discard the Pox Plague here. And then I think I play Boots. I'd rather like maybe surprise my opponent with Boots, but that's maybe a little too whimsical. Well, they're bound to run out of things to do. Okay. What is the logic behind that? I feel like you shouldn't have cast that. I drew Reanimate, which is honestly just perfect. Does this have Ward? Yeah, they might just concede to this. This is actually perfect. Yeah, they're just going to concede. Okay. Phyrexian Arena in this draw go back and forth thing is just really good, right? It's not like this has haste. They don't have the 15 devotion yet. I could just not play into removal. Hive of the Eye Tyrant. This exiles cards. I mean, that's something. We could consider this. Like I said, I think the last video I made, or last time I played Magic Arena, this Graveyard Hate has more value than it really ever has been, like historically in this format. Was that a cohesive sentence? Let me try it again. Graveyard Hate is like stonks are high. They're good right now, and I think that could explain that card. Sweet. All right. Valgavoth. I don't think I learned anything from that game, and my opponent knew to take Voidwalker. We won the mirror. Huge. I don't know, it's just a land. All the MDFCs are just lands. That's it. They're lands with devotion in the graveyard. I don't think it's any more complicated than that. They're tap lands, so they're kind of bad, but I'm willing to make that exception. Terminate. Well, that's rude. I think I have a Bojuka Bog in here, and I normally don't ever play it. But, oh, excuse me, I think I have one in here. What does this do? Does a bunch of things I don't like. I can Buried Alive, Reanimate, so I'm gonna do that. Witch Griselbrand wasn't in my hand, and Baragoyf is okay, but like, ugh. Shieldred? No, that's kind of weird. Doom Whisperer? Sure. Really not an exciting reanimate because Griselbrand's stuck in my hand. I can play... Wait, can Knife happen first? Oh, no, it doesn't because you have to, like, cast the... Yeah, if I reanimate Hoarding Broodlord... I think I'm going to take the time to just do it next turn. Is this a human? It is a human. I'm going to try to do this. If it doesn't work, then I'll just have to reanimate next turn anyways. Chaos Warp. Okay, well I guess that's a good thing that happened. Suppose I'll take that. Makes my decision a lot better. Put Breach in the grave? Would that have been enough for my commander after, though? Breach 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, I guess Breach would have been a good idea. I'd have to reanimate the snake, though. That feels a little weird. Let's do this now. I think this is a good idea. This empties the pool. Unless they pay X, which I don't know if they're gonna. They at least should pay 1? Just at least 1, because it's gonna go away anyways. Yep. I believe the logic is still just grab the Broodlord. I believe that is still the valid logic here. Can we stop drawing removal, please? That'd be great. Oh. Okay, this is not the right time to do this. Is it? I guess it is. Wait, what? 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 Okay. Wait, huh? What? Okay. So, do I have life gain? Let me read this. I don't really care about that. Okay, I don't care about any card currently, so I don't have to do anything ridiculous. I can maybe actually get Saw in half here. I don't like a lot of my options. Maybe I can grab this. It feels a little weird to grab that, but maybe I can actually just grab that. I can't swing. Okay, I mean, alright. I don't know why they did what they did, but they sure did that thing. Okay. Can't swing at me. I don't have to crack that now. Let's play this. I'm not currently losing to... I don't trust the auto tapper anymore. Breach. Can I play this as a land? I can. Tapped. And no attack. Okay, I mean... Okay. This is weird. This is really weird. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's exactly enough. It's exactly enough. I think we win unless they have an instant speed removal spell or something. Oh, this is cool. So we cast that first. And then we cast... Wait a minute. No! No! I didn't... No! I messed up! Oh! I messed up! I threw. I messed up. I was supposed to do this, I threw the game. Whoops. I think I'm dead. I totally just tossed the game out the window. Well, we would have won. We would have won. Ugh. Oh, and apparently the last cards in my opponent's deck were like actually perfect. Go figure. But we would have won had I done it the right way. Whoops. All right. All right. We would have won though, which would have been really cool. All we had to do was do it the right way, and we would have been fine. I just didn't do it the right way because, of course, I didn't. You know, when it came down to it, I threw. That's pretty cool, though. I actually got there. Like, we legit got there. Okay. We had it. We had it. I threw. I thought about it and then tried to unclick the Doomsday, and apparently you can't. So. Yeah, I don't feel too bad about that one. Just a mistake. This is a weird hand. But it's got removal and reanimate in it. I'll try it. Okay, I can Entomb Reanimate already. Decline. Let's go ahead and Entomb Reanimate right now. What do we grab? Yeah, I can just grab Griselbrand and ask the question. Can you do anything about it? Because if not, I win. They didn't concede, so clearly they can do something about it. Not the optimal thing to do about it, but it is a thing to do about it. Let's not pay another 7. I'd almost be dead, actually, if I did. I was playing a whole bunch of random stuff here. Okay, so I'm not going to worry about getting there, because I think we're going to get there. It's just a matter of not dying before then. So, cast my commander. Leave up Dark Ritual. Reanimate? What do they protect, that thing? I'm not going to Thoughtseize. Actually, just going to discard Thoughtseize. Opponent randomly gets Goblin Chain Whirler. Whenever this attacks, exile... Or what? From your graveyard onto the battlefield? Okay, well, I said I was always doing this, so I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. And then urge to feed the commander. Alright. They can't kill my commander, and I'm not dead. Actually, I don't even know. I should have read this card. It doesn't matter. I mean, yeah, it just doesn't matter. They can reanimate whatever. It's only their graveyard. It's not mine. So, okay. Well, that was an interesting thing. I mean, someone who got through a Griselbrand on turn, was that 3 or something? Huh. And then we had kind of a crazy turn next turn. I don't really know what I'm doing next turn, because I don't want to peer myself. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, either way, there's just an obtuse amount of value, so I'd be surprised if I didn't make it. I probably could just peer and then find even something like Toxic Deluge is still castable. Sweet. Alright. Vampiric Tutor for Doomsday. Can I get rid of it, though? Can I, like, discard that card pre-combat? Because I can't do anything on top of my deck. I think I could discard. Yeah, we could upkeep Vampiric Tutor. Actually, we don't even have to upkeep it. We could just, like, cast it whenever. I had Shieldred in the graveyard? I didn't notice. I could have Shieldred with the Vampiric Tutor, I think, and then do I'm sure it was there. I'm sure there was lethal there. My opponent didn't make me find it. They just gave up. Okay, Sammy's the storm thing. I don't know what to get rid of with gemstone. Kind of tragic. I'm keeping this hand though, so I'm gonna do this, and I guess we'll get rid of that. No snake mommy. Connives on black spells. Okay, let's play... I hate to... Grief. I can Grief, exile Broodlord, and then saw in half Grief in response to it dying. I might actually do that. I think I'm going to do that. That seems rather destructive to the opponent's hand. Well, moderately destructive to mine, but I think it puts me in a better position than it does my opponent. So, get rid of this one, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm not getting rid of the trawler, so let that resolve. Target the opponent. Do this. Alright, let's get rid of big score. Hot dog cart. And spare supplies. They're not going to block with the Guardian Idol, and I don't care at all about Galvanic Blast, so... Opponent doesn't have what they need. Tragic. Doesn't Galvanic Blast either of these things. I am going to cast my commander. Assume it's castable later. Even if they play an artifact and kill it, I don't really care. They play an artifact to kill it. Or likely kill it at some point, but they don't have to kill it right now. I would almost advise you don't kill it right now. Okay, they do. Bojuka Bog. Alright. Well, this is a spot where tap lands are really annoying. Such is life. I just cast my commander again. I can deal with the Ugin if it ever gets cast. I can cast Doomsday, and then they can't really win. So we could just cast this, because they draw first, and no matter what happens, I don't think they can beat me, yeah. Even if they kill Doomsday, I don't think they can beat me. Because they only have 6 cards left, and if we do a draw-go thing, they'll deck out first. Because we're just drawing 1 card at a time. Unless they killed it on my turn and I drew 2, and then I'd be kind of screwed, but then they would still have to stay alive. It could just be really difficult to do that. Yeah, triple grief. Look at that. Pretty gross. I did have to wait, though. Couldn't take the Guardian Idol. Okay. Well, considering the punt, we've actually had a wildly successful go of it so far. Like an extremely successful go of it. This is a really cool commander. So Entomb 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Well, go figure. Can I do anything about that? No. Okay, this looks like it's about to be a non-game. Yep. Non-game it is. Enjoy. Mm-mm-mm. I think a higher win rate than Sephiroth is the true nature of things. The true question. I don't know which Black Panther this is, because there are 7. Okay. Sure. No. Okay. Almost auto pass through my hand. That would have been almost went through my turn. Got kind of scared there, not gonna lie. When it just straight sends the commander, sure. Guess there's plenty of reasons why. Oh, hello, Damnation. I will take Damnation. Good luck. That's better than not Damnation. I don't have the tap Seek land. Maybe I could put it in here, I don't know. How do you deal with Damnation? You only play artifacts? Like, what do they do now? Oh, yep, go figure. Not sure why they didn't equip that, but fortunately it doesn't matter. Do I want Grief? Oh, I do. Oh, I do. I do. Let's get rid of Black Market. Not like I am in a position to ever use it. What's all that degenerate nonsense over here? Oh. Let's take the card draw spell? Flare the Grief, or I forget. Almost forgot. It doesn't even really matter, because they can just recast it with Lightning Greaves anyways. Alright. Can cast my commander, they can't kill it. Or they can tap it with Tappy Spaghetti Weddy, or they can just top deck Portal to Phyrexia at exactly 9 mana. Could also just do that, I guess. Why not? Phyrexian Arena? Nope. I can grab Grief with my Zombify, so they can't do anything with their Portal. I'm going to stop the card draw. Casual Portal top deck. This is even? Yeah, this is even. Could have kept their commander in the graveyard for Portal. I can grab a tutor and then tutor a card and lose it to Grief, so it doesn't matter. I don't think that matters. Alright, well, there you go. I'm doing it again. What do you got? They can't Grief away anything that matters. I milled a Trawler. You've got to be kidding me. Okay, well. I milled a Trawler. Didn't even mentally register that I milled a Trawler. Didn't even, like, mentally register that. Ay, ay, ay. I don't know. I think that's kind of the game I would win a lot. Like, that was favored me a lot of the whole game. It just drew so good off the top. Ugh. Oh, that's so disappointing. Super disappointing. I was dead to a removal spell too. Or rather, likely losing to a removal spell. I don't know what my opponent's deck looks like though. It's nuts. No beating that. What the heck is this? I'm gonna kill it. Oh, this is the, whatever that card is, I don't know. The card with text on it. Two into four. Barrogoyf. Is that better than not Barrogoyf? No, it's better than my commander here, so why not? Why not? I'd be rather surprised. Okay, I guess they just didn't have another land? This is, I mean, all they had was, if they had another land, they'd have a really, really good start, but I guess they didn't have a land? I don't know what else would make you concede. Maybe Barrogoyf itself is too problematic. Is that true, though? You can chump block it with the Construct. I don't know. The only thing I could see is them just not having a land. Alright. It was a really good opener, though, apart from that, if that's the case. Interesting. Oh no, the true test. It's too soon. It's too soon, please. Please. I'm not threatened by a 1-drop. I'm going to play my 1-drop instead. This is why I don't like milling 3 randomly. So I can cast... I can cast the Greaves. And I think I will. Because it will make my opponent uncomfortable for the remainder of the game if I do this. So. Ideally, they don't do anything because they have to leave up a removal spell because of that. Nope, opponent just says send it. Let's probably put Entomb on top of our deck now and do the 1-2-3 combo nonsense. Chthonian Nightmare. Oh, Lord Skitter gets rid of cards in my graveyard. Chthonian Nightmare is a huge problem, though. How do I deal with Skitter? Okay, I'm taking this. I'm always taking that. Let's play this tapped. And I guess not... Yeah, we're not going to attack. Trading damage, not very optimal. And I think I can just play around Lord Skitter. Because you only do it on your turn. It's not really that spooky. Here, I feel. Like it just takes out a card that doesn't matter. And then we just win with a card that does matter. A Hasting Griselbrand. Wait, let's go ahead and not take Griselbrand. Entomb. Yeah, they had both. But it doesn't beat this. I suppose I want to draw immediately. So I at least hit a land drop. What? Stealthy Voidwalker can't block. Still just the right thing, I think. Alright. Discard 6 random things. I don't care what the Lord Skitterer gets rid of. I mean, I'll keep the Sheoldred in my hand, at least. And we're not dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think we're dead. We got rid of the attacker, which offsets the life loss, I think. Maybe. Doesn't matter what they exile. Block that, take 2. I believe it's just 2. Or is it 3? It's 2. Okay, so I can play my commander, and then I can almost win? Oh wait, no, what am I talking about? I have Sheoldred. Right. The other entire point of what I did, of course. So I swing for 7, pay 7, win the game. I don't think there's anything I can do about this. I can keep the Abyss and kill them next turn, I guess. Grave Pact? Nope. No Grave Pact for you. Oh, I could have done with my commander. Yeah, that's true, I suppose. We can flare. No, that doesn't matter. Let's cast Dark Ritual because less things to discard. And then Toxic Deluge for, yeah, alright. I get Toxic Deluge for 3, and I'd lose like 8 life to the Sephiroth triggers in the other card. Lose life to these, but that's enough. Yeah, alright. I don't know if taking Chthonian Nightmare was right, because they like had another one anyways. But this just wasn't a problem, I feel. Yeah, I mean, I'm also not done drawing. I'm probably going to draw 2 more times. I don't see a reason not to. And Griselbrand's still just flying in the air and they can't really stop it. But I would probably Toxic Deluge and just wipe out the board. Then there's almost nothing in the game they could ever draw to get out of this. I mean, Toxic Deluge of their own, I guess. I think this deck plays Damnation, but hey, we beat it. We beat Sephiroth. The other thing to do in Mono Black, honestly, feels like the only thing people do in Mono Black is Sephiroth, so this commander is pretty sweet. I mean, I didn't use it here, but I could have used it and roughly had the same outcome, so sweet. Really nice. And whatever this is. Why did I get these? Oh, the Mastery Pass thing, right. Oh. Neat. I've yet to have a game with Lightning Greaves being, like, really not good, so if ever it was going to be problematic, this might be the game. where it just doesn't work. This has to take a creature? So they probably take the... I don't know if it matters. Probably the Entomber? No? Okay. Huh. Take the cycling card. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. Probably? Maybe? Curious. Not normally what you see on turn 2. Alright, well that is a game-ending problem I don't have an answer to. Found an answer to it. Is it good enough? Wait. I don't know the last time I actually played this. Return target. Yeah, alright, I'm going to do this right now. Like, just immediately. That card left alone wins the game. So, let's go ahead and make that not a reality. Tasha has a lot of hits it can get out of my deck, and I can't kill that card, so... Oh man, the tap lands. See, this is the problem with tap lands, man, I swear. I can't even really play my command. Well, I'm still gonna play it, but like... Tap lands are just... It's absolutely rough. I can't swing. I can, but then we trade, and I don't know what that gets me, so I'm not gonna trade. I can swing with the Vile Entomber. Seems questionable. I can Vile Entomb Gristlebrand so my opponent doesn't hit it, but there's still a lot of serious problems in this situation. Well, day late and a dollar short. We were one card off from stopping Tasha. Okay. Guess not. I've never seen anyone ever cast this, but I suppose I can't do anything about it. I have never seen that card in my life. I can't really swing now. I'm gonna just make them, like, hit the stuff that I don't want them to hit. I'll make them do it. There's plenty of problems, though. I'm most likely gonna hit one. I can't do anything about it. No, you should lead with the Tasha Ultimate. Should always lead with it. I guess they didn't get the Gristlebrand, but I don't have a graveyard anymore. I mean, I barely had a graveyard, to be fair. I didn't really have much of one anyways. Yeah, that's good enough. That's good enough for me. Can't do anything, really. Yeah, maybe Beseech... Well, they had the counterspell anyways, right? Yeah, they had the counterspell. Like, Beseech wouldn't have worked, but I suppose it would have been fine to at least try to use that to cast a removal spell out of my graveyard, or out of my library. Suppose technically didn't necessarily play to my outs in that regard. Never seen Desertion. I think that's the first time I've ever seen Desertion in, like, cast in Magic. I don't think I've ever seen that card. Can't say it mattered. I don't think it really mattered. It was specifically Desertion. It could have just straight up been cancel. What is this? This is the draw, lose a life thing? Yeah. Okay, Phyrexian Arena. Time to game. boy. It's the Esper control player that has to debate their first land. Oh no. Buckle up. Oh, look, a tap land. Suppose I'm playing it turn 1. Or turn 2, whatever. You know what I mean. This turn. Suppose I'm playing it this turn. Arena, please? One time? Every time? All the time? Every game? Malcolm, sure. Does this deck like to draw and discard? I know it likes to draw, but I wonder if it has some kind of discard thing going on. Find out rather immediately. No, maybe not. What is... We had to shock ourselves for that? Interesting. My opponent fully suspect me to cast my commander? That seems a bit whimsical. Okay. I mean, by all means, counter this. Okay, I didn't think so. The fairy. That doesn't stop my stuff. Should probably bounce the arena. You should actually always bounce the arena. Yeah, okay. And then I'll draw and discard something. Probably the second tutor. Yeah, let's get rid of Grim Tutor. Suppose I will do that. And I will kill this because I kind of have to, unfortunately. I kind of like have to kill this Teferi. Which feels bad, but I just have to do that. And then we can do this. And I suppose I'll just play that. Alright. Right. I don't know. For some reason I thought I was getting a treasure token even though it wasn't a land. Maybe make it... Well, I mean, I don't think that 2/2 matters anyways. Or... We have the perfect fetch land. Commander was not in play when Brainstorm was cast. Interesting. Oh, perfect fetch land. Okay. Typical. Yep. Yeah, I don't think I should have made a 2/2. Grief is nice. I like Grief here. I like Grief a lot, actually. Yep, that's... I do be liking that card here. Okay. Want to take in their sweet time. Well. Phyrexian Arena into Mastermind acquisition, I guess. I don't even really know what to grab with this, so let's just hope they counter it, because I have no idea. I'd rather not think about it. Ideally, it isn't a 6-mana super efficient counterspell. Oh, opponent, please. I'm tapped out. Please. Okay, thank you. And I'll swing. Healthy Voidwalker is actually pretty nice here. But let's go ahead and do this. Can take Thoughtseize. Could take Dismember, actually. Yeah, I think I like Dismember here, specifically. Play this. And then just hope I'm not dead. I don't look dead, but I'm not going to kill their commander. I'm just not going to kill it. Or try to kill it. I'm just going to let him untap. It's not like it's going to one-shot me with a counterspell backup. Or I find that unlikely. Like it just simply takes 6. Whoa, they actually had it. Of course they had it. Alright, so do you actually have the 1-minute answer? You do not. Sweet. Oh, that's why I didn't dismember at sorcery speed. Not looking too good right now though. I still have a lot of cards that I can't really stop. I can Voidwalker my own Peer if they don't kill it, but they have like half their deck in their hand, so. Just straight to discard. Straight to discard. Okay. They got to be careful what they discard, because again, Dauthi Voidwalker's in play. They got to be very careful what they discard, actually. It's kind of crazy that Voidwalker might have been the best grab there. I might actually be a genius. And I didn't cast it at sorcery speed. Oh. We did everything right. Somehow. But, I mean, I haven't won yet. I'm pretty sure you only click 7 to keep. You don't discard 40. Or 35 or whatever. You just swing? Oh, it doesn't kill them, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, there's no reason to swing with Voidwalker here. There's absolutely no way to kill my opponent with this. They're going to keep the best 7 of half their deck. It's just not possible. Alright, apparently they didn't draw a viable 7 in that half. Like, no removal spell or nothing? Like, if they cast a removal spell right now, which they kind of have to, I feel. They can kill this and then it's not a problem anymore, but they did go to discard first, so maybe there was no removal spell in the 42 cards. Seems kind of crazy, but sure. And then they keep 7, and I don't really know what 7 here doesn't keep you alive. That's a bit crazy to me. There has to have been like some crazy card that they didn't want to discard or something, or maybe there was more than 7 game-losing cards. They can't keep all 7 cards to hide from Voidwalker. I'm not sure. It was not looking good, but we actually got there. Interesting game. Sweet. I feel like we played that last turn very well. Getting Voidwalker was maybe a very deep thought there. I don't know. Worked out. What is this? Man, we get some really weird hands with this deck. Some really weird hands. I don't think I can... Alright. I really don't want a Thoughtseize turn 1, but... Might kind of... Must be blocked? Oh, an Anzrag player. Alright, I'm going to take World Wars Spaghetti. Opponent does just cast it turn 1. Sure. Let's play... No. We play Ripples. They probably just draw here. I think you just always draw here. Unless there's something else to cast. I feel like when Bruce Banner is doing this, it's just as good as Tamiyo. Well, if I knew I was going to draw that, we'd be a little bit happier. I didn't hit a land, and I'm not going to take any of those, so... We have problems. We have problems. Until I ripple a good card. I can... it's just not... My opponent has Kogla in their deck. Okay. Do I want that? I don't think so. Do I want to reanimate? No. Alright. Yeah, Bruce Banner is, like... I didn't really get to do this when I played it, but if it's just sitting there, you just draw a card every turn, it seems really good. Seems really good. And then it actually starts drawing more than one card a turn moving forward. Maybe we're not doing that right now, though, because we have things we can do. Okay, we're doing... What does that mean? Oh, sure. Player. Well, that ain't doing nothing. Let's take the land. Do I play it and then play my commander? I can't flip that. They go land, they cast that, I lose. We could probably just concede here. I think I went too long without doing anything. There's nothing in the graveyard to reanimate. I don't know. I'm gonna just make them do it. Like, they Fury this, I reanimate it, and then... And then what? I don't know. Keep it in the graveyard. Feels so bad to keep this in the graveyard. Yeah, whatever. It doesn't look like I'm winning this. Anyways. I can't Fury the Hulk, so... They don't flip Bruce Banner when they could have done as such. At least I'm pretty sure they could have done it, and they just didn't do it. Okay. They also decided not to draw a card this time. Also interesting. Decline. I hit Griselbrand, which is unfortunate because I left my commander in the graveyard, but... What do we think's happening here? Griselbrand doesn't actually do anything because I just trade, or it bumps into this and then dies. Yeah, this is just looking bad. This is all just looking bad. I mean, I might as well, because, again, I think this game is pretty over. Oh, what if I took this and bounced their 2 cards? There's got to be a counterspell. How do you not draw with Bruce Banner, but you've been drawing this whole time with Bruce Banner? How does that make sense? I feel like that just doesn't make sense, so... Alright, I'm gonna concede. I think this game is over. Opponent just drew 2 cards a turn. Makes all my discard bad. I have no pressure. Like, they just get to do whatever they want, really. Kind of felt like I was playing against Tamiyo. Oh, we got the combo. Again, means no turn 1 Thoughtseize. Opponent keeps a card on top. Not ideal. Early. You play his second land, I'm pretty sure. Oh, there you go. Alright, well. Do I win? Come on, winning. Come on, winning. This is a obtuse looking hand, but I like it. I could actually just smack him with the... No, because... Oh wait, I can smack him over with this, right? As long as it was cast. I could take Seagate, but... Ward 10. As long as it was cast. Alright. Alright, we're doing it. We're doing it. We're in there. What do you got? How do you deal with this? It's got Ward 10. How do you deal with it? When it says, I don't. Okay. It fights on attack, so you can't block it and stay alive. I think it's better to cast a tutor and just get a removal spell. So I'll get, like... Actually, we could just also get Grief. Yeah, we'll just get Grief. and will not cast it. Actually, we should cast it. We're trying to kill our opponent. Go ahead and cast it. Alright. Let's take that. Yeah, alright. That was just giant, nonsensical blue-green cards with apparently one ramp spell. Alright. Sweet. Well, I've never killed anyone with this card before. That's funny. I don't really know what they could possibly draw, like River's Rebuke, I suppose, or go to 2 and cast Cyclonic Rift as well. Yeah, there's technically outs. There were outs. I don't know if Grief was the right idea. Could have also wiped out the cut down instead, but I didn't. Sweet. Thoughtseize Voidwalker. Sometimes it happens. Alright, I want more games where my commander has text. Would be nice. I have to read this. That's not a villain. Okay, well, sure. Entomb removal spell artifact that moderately makes that castable. I don't think I care about Entomb. I also don't think I care about the Mana Rock. Yeah, by the time I would take this, I just don't care about the Mana Rock. Don't care about the Mana Rock. Alright, so I'll duress, because it's not going to get any better. Hopefully Entomb isn't the only spell, then I would regret not taking the Mana Rock, obviously. Of course it was the only spell, why wouldn't it be? Okay. Well, hopefully they cast their commander. They do. Well, it gets rid of big, giant, random card. Let's name human. Toxic Deluge. Oh, where is it? There it is. Arena of Glory. Interesting. Play Vile Entomber? No, I guess. Okay. A little odd to do that then, I feel. Let's put Bristlebrand in the graveyard. Could put Hoarding Broodlord in the graveyard. My opponent has one in their graveyard, that way they can't just steal it with a reanimate spell of their own. But I'm not playing around anything like that. We didn't come here to do that. Okay, let's play the swing with our Vile Entomber game. And then play this as a land. Actually, I should take out their graveyard. No, but I really, really want to hit land drops. So, A3 life, ripples, and pass. No reason to do anything, I don't think. I don't want to make the first move if I don't have to. Okay. Not quite what I expected. Let's play Victimize. No, we should Unearth. Pay 1. Swing for 2. Still playing extremely conservative, but fine with me. Okay, now I can more comfortably make the moves I want to make. Decline this or grab it with my... I'm actually going to put it to my command zone and just try to victimize these two. And not draw one. Or not pay for one. And I'll just lead with a 7. Play a land and pass because of Rhystic Study nonsense. I can still Vampiric Tutor. Opponent needs a board wipe? Unless there's a giant hasting threat with the arena, but I don't know what that could be. Sweet. They could have played it and swung for 4, but then that's all they're really doing, and this is gone forever. Rhystic Study, another game where I don't know if I like it here, but this is the benefit of not just going crazy. Like, I don't have to go all in on my thing. I can just wait and take my time, especially if they're drawing 1 card a turn and also seemingly very uninterested in making any moves on their own turn. But yeah, stuff like this in this, I think the headspace is maybe a little off of what non-ranked arena is about. At least nowadays. I've never been a fan of this in general, though. I don't know what the artifact lands are doing. 2 more life, beginning of your combat, villain. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what the artifact lands are up to. There's probably something that cares about them, obviously. I just don't really know. It's another thing that makes this weird. Well, this card in general is weird here. And this one, actually. I'm just doing all sorts of weird stuff. Cool commander, though. Don't know how many villains there are in the game that are good to play, though. Especially only in Grixis colors. Can't play like a... No, I actually lost that one game, didn't I? One of the games where I accidentally, like, destroyed my own... Is that a Rezug? What? Okay. Yup. Are we at the point where Rezug is playable? Is this a thing? Please tell me it's a thing. I've never seen anyone play Rezug, literally ever. Like, not a single time. Alright, land, please. Please. One time. Emperor of Bones. Moderately annoying. Moderately annoying. Found a land. It's also a good land for my commander, or my opponent's thing, but... am I playing Barrogoyf? If they kill it, am I upset? Not particularly. Because it's going to die regardless. And then if they exile it with this, yeah, no, that's just fine with me. We shall see. It does have Shroud, so it's not, like, free to kill. But I'm probably going to have to kill this Emperor of Bones if I want to do stuff with my commander. What does that do? Exile a creature card from a graveyard that's put there this turn, and then create a copy of it. Okay. I'm going to kill that. No, we're going to discard Broodlord, so... No matter what I do, I must kill this. The problem is, their commander can make a permanent one, and then I can't really ever have a graveyard. They can't block this, fortunately. Oh, they block it. Oh, alright, so we put a... Is an instant creature, so it needs to be anything but a creature or an instant. I can just put Pox Plague in my graveyard. Yep, that's fine. The Pox Plague in my graveyard there. Okay. Now you need, like, Damnation? Or that. That does it. I think that does it, right? Does that do it? Technically. Alright, I'll put that to my hand. Why not? Why not? They can just play Rezug and take some... Like, it's not like I'm killing it. They can just play it. They do. Alright. Tragic. Braids. Oh, wait. Artifact, creature, enchantment, land, planeswalker. Okay. They don't use it. Okay. Do we have enough in our graveyard? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Unbelievable. I actually have enough. I should count that. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Unbelievable. Look at us go. Look at us get there. Alright, we actually did it. Now we just have to do it the right way this time. Which actually, there's no combo or anything in this go-round. So, cast 3 of them. I'm not going to cast the Pox Plague. Let's cast Hoarding Broodlord. A tutor probably, and a removal spell? No, double removal spell, definitely. Yeah, I think double removal spell. Which is a little... No! Wait, yes. I stacked it in a way that doesn't ruin my life. Alright, we can actually do it this way. So, get rid of either one. Alright, I stacked it correctly. I almost didn't do that, but then I went and did it. So, we're good. Everything's fine. Everything is fine as it needs to be. Until the moment at which it no longer is. Gristlebrand is not quite castable. I can just put Breach in my exile zone and have that as an option at some point in this game. That's fine with me. Mill. And move this over to the Barrogoyf. I think the Barrogoyf is more valuable than the 7/6. I'm not going to lie. Sure. Maybe not the right target there. Oh, value 4 or less. Alright, they had to target that. I was just saying it isn't actually doing anything. It could almost always do something with Doom Whisperer, to be fair. It could almost always work upon having just cast this. Milling my opponent and not taking a bunch of good stuff is a problem. I am just going to lead with... I can just tutor... Ugh. What's in the graveyard? Why am I concerned? What are we actually concerned about? I don't think we're concerned about anything. We're just going to attack. I don't know why I feel like Rezug untapping with it is a problem for me here. I don't think it is. Currently, the things in the graveyard are not exceedingly problematic to me. So, let's play this. And also use it immediately. Grabbing something that I don't want my opponent to ever reanimate, maybe? No. Snuff Out doesn't do anything. Dismember's not castable. Saw in Half is weird. Voidwalker was good last time. Kinda weird. We could invoke Despair. It almost straight up kills my opponent, to be fair. It actually sort of does kill my opponent. Alright, Barrogoyf no longer relevant. We have Lethal in the Air, effectively. I'm not gonna shroud it. So, nothing in the graveyard with Rezug that I care about. This is why I moved the Lightning Greaves. One mana removal spell castable with Convoke? In what context? What do you mean? Can you even adapt this? It's not a creature. I don't know what happens when you adapt it. I guess I'm not willing to find out. I'm just going to swing with this. And can I do this first? Yep. Paranoid. Invoke. Oh wow, it was actually a really good idea to put that there, huh? It was a phenomenal idea. Alright, we win. Too easy. I love Rezug. That's really cool. A lot of fancy cards. What is this? Oh, it's the weeb one with the really tiny little hands. Yeah, little tiny hands. Look at those little hands. Look at them. Anyways, this is the Black Ragavan. Yeah. All right. Yeah, nothing in the graveyard that's spooky scary here. Emperor of Bones is a weird one to Rezug. It's an interesting one. I mean, it's like permanent graveyard hate, but it only works one time. Because you can only adapt one time. I don't know how the ruling works, because it says when it's a creature on adapt, but like it isn't a creature, but I assume it just works the way you think it does. I don't think they can spam this. I don't believe they can spam that. But yeah, I couldn't swing with that because of the Barrogoyf, and this is a sketchy thing to take with Rezug. But by the time I would go to cast it, it's very likely I win. I don't think I've ever seen anyone play Rezug. I love it. Love it. I almost feel like this is the Rezug I've always wanted, more or less, in some kind of way. Interesting. Interesting. Because the Barrogoyf would block it. Yeah, it's exile only. I can't convoke the Demonic Tutor target. They literally played the Barrogoyf. We saw the Barrogoyf in play. Like it was, they put it in play. Salmon. First strike, vigilance, haste. Alright, so you draw with haste threats. I have an Entomb Necromancy. I'm gonna say that's good enough. I can play this first. It doesn't really... Wait, play this and that. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I can upkeep Vampiric Tutor. Again, that actually doesn't matter either. I don't have to upkeep this. Yeah, I don't have to upkeep that. I was curious if this deck actually played Mana Dorks. I guess it does. Let's do that. Let's do this. It probably doesn't have anything to hit. Oh, I guess it did. Okay. I do want to draw a land, though. So, I'm in no rush to do the thing here. Yeah, I'm in no rush to Vampiric Tutor. I mean, I might as well anyways. No. I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't do that. I just need a land first. Okay, we hit a land, so now we can go in next turn and ideally not lose the game between then and now. It is 100% going to be Griselbrand. Yeah. All right. Well, I don't know how to... Shoot. Do I even have time now? 1, 2, 3. I think I just have to Toxic Deluge, don't I? Yeah, I think I do. All right, Toxic Deluge. There may have been a missequence in my part here at some point. Not looking good. I'm still losing. Do we plot the Slick Shot? We plot it, right? We don't just cast it. No, maybe we do cast it. No, we do. Yeah, I was about to say, maybe you just don't waste your time plotting that. Okay, I can play my commander. And then... And then what? Yeah, I don't know. I think I was just under the knife too much here to take an extra turn off to reanimate something. On the bright side, my commander doesn't exactly look like a problem. They can eat the food token. Don't they have to eat the food token? Okay, I guess not. Oh. The mana floats beyond combat. It's not firebending or whatever. Oh man, that is not... Is that good enough? Is there enough mana devotion from 3 creatures like Broodlord, Doom, and Griselbrand is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Was this actually like the best draw? What about this? Lifelink, swing, they block, they won't block it. Alright, I'm all in. I don't care. All in. Oh, I just drew Griselbrand. Good thing we have Connive, otherwise I'd be moderately upset. Just be a little upset there. Alright. Huge. Actually huge. Look at that. Griselbrand, that, and that. Oh, right. This is the exile part. If that's the case, let's keep the Broodlord in the graveyard, shall we? Bunch of stab wounds. I think it kills 3 of their creatures, you know. Alright. Beautiful. That was ideal. Now, can you burn me out? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, I think I maybe missequenced the Entomb Reanimate, or excuse me, Entomb Necromancy line in some way. But yeah, because if I played it turn 1, you know what happened with the... Yeah, I made a mistake here. Wait, where is it? Yeah, with the Vampiric Tutor. I, halfway through the Vampiric Tutor decision, had forgot that I wasn't using Reanimate, and for the first time today, it would have actually been Necromancy, and I got confused by the time I had 3 mana. I'm like, wait, I can't Vampiric Tutor and Necromancy at the same time. So, because I also have to have Entomb, and that would be another mana somewhere. So I actually, in my head, I had made a mistake here. I could have done this, maybe? Was it 4 less? So I had that option, and then I forgot about this option. Yeah, I just messed it all up. Between the Vampiric Tutor, and casting Entomb, I had made a mistake and put myself in a position where I like had to get Toxic Deluge. But fortunately, we still got there anyways. Sweet. Sweet. Despite our sequencing. Did my opponent not have a Baraglyph? What am I not understanding? We're talking about the last game, right? With the... I don't know. I'm 100% certain my opponent had a Baraglyph blocker. I don't know how they didn't have one. I'm pretty sure it got into play as well. Like, it literally went into play. Yeah, I guess I'll see, but I mean, there was a reason why I didn't swing with my commander. And I'm pretty sure that was the reason. Bro, why we get hands like this? Oh my... Why do we get hands like this? What is this? How... What... Ugh. Fine. We've had some very strange hands. Like a lot of strange hands, actually. Alright, Stitcher Supplier. It's time to not get hit by Stern Scolding and then mill... I'm not quite sure. Well, not that. That was not ideal. I hate this card. Every time I play it, I hate it. It's like I'm looking for reasons to hate this card. Their graveyard doesn't matter. I'm just gonna Bojuka Bog now. At least I don't think their graveyard matters, and if it does, well, it's not my fault. Maybe they have... Ah, it just doesn't matter. What is castable here that we're not casting? Oh, nothing. Random bird. You know what? My opponent's first thing this game wasn't a green spell. I'm not upset. What is that? Okay, it's just a bird. Well, I got nothing else to do, so Commander it is. Baron does not look problematic ever when you cast it, which is kind of funny. But maybe it's like always moderately close to being scary. I don't know. I'm trying to find reasons why my opponent won't do anything about it. Other than it lets me attack, which is unfortunate. This is a spot where I'd almost prefer it to be a 0-1, and they're less inclined to kill it. Oh wait, they can just cast their commander though. And doesn't that just grow the birds to a problem level? Maybe they didn't have a land. I'm not sure I'm giving me a Stitcher Supplier. Not sure I'm doing that. Seems not like a good idea here. To specifically give me Stitcher Supplier. Okay, now we have to think, which is my weakness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I can... 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Ah, it has to be Doomsday? What if I tutor Grief? What if I tutor up Grief here? Yeah, right? That's right, right? 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 It's also just a solid card to have cast right now. Let's get rid of, I think Vampiric Tutor, or no, Grim Tutor. Yeah, we get rid of Grim Tutor here. Get rid of Doomsday. I could use Victimize and sack my commander. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Leave that in the graveyard. No, but then I don't have a creature in the graveyard because Victimize is, yeah, alright. I guess that doesn't work. I can just also legitimately hardcast the creatures in my graveyard, so Victimize is not really doing much here. Alright, what's the hand, opponent? Intervention, Roaming Throne, Ledger Shredder. I think I'm going to take out the Intervention. And then I'm going to swing. Because that's what I do here. And then I'm going to do the thing. And leave it at that. Leave it at that. I don't know if I want to let him draw off of a tutor. So maybe like that. Take Grief, Doomsday, Gristlebrand. I don't even need to take Grief. I could probably cast the Grasp here. It might be better than Grief. I think it's better than Grief to cast Grasp of Darkness. So we cast that, kill Wan Shi Tong. Okay, they're just done, yeah. Most of the time when you do this, it's the game's over, right? Like, I think I said that in the intro. You trigger this one time, it's pretty likely you're going to win the game. But sometimes you don't. Like, there's opportunities for my opponent to do something. But apart from that, I would draw 7 first, maybe even draw 14, and then let the Doomsday trigger happen and go down to 6 cards in library. And then I just try to have something happen from there. I don't know if they could ever actually win. It's another spot. This card is... This is a weird one. Maybe this is better than I think it is. There's a lot of spots where casting this can win the game because your opponent just decks out. Like the hidden mode of this. You just cast it, and if it dies, you're still winning the draw go thing. Like they draw last, the last card in their deck first. They're the first to draw of the 6, and then they just lose, right? So maybe there's more to that. It was good the game I just cast it butt naked too, like just out of my hand for 6. Interesting. Interesting. Had a pretty good show of it so far. This is like a real commander. I like this. I wonder how good it is in ranked. It's like Force of Will Nightmare. Maybe it's not very good. I don't know. There's a lot of like subtlety is a problem too. There's a lot of, you can actually counter the free spells too. They don't just resolve. Yeah, there's a lot of problems maybe with that. All right, this commander, kind of a nightmare here. Guess I'll keep this. Bojuka Bog just can't get enough of me. Can't get enough of me. I haven't had it matter yet. My own Bojuka Bog, I mean. I wonder what my opponent mulliganed for. I'm not going to Grief on turn 1. I almost want to Grief on turn 3 where I can Necromancy it. Oh. Well, nice Mold of 5. This must be nice. I can Grief because I have Zombify? Maybe that's good enough? Okay, well, it worked out rather well that I didn't do that. Oh, just in time? Just in time. Necropotence. Well, can't beat that one from this point. I think we will Grief and get rid of Orcish Bowmaster. What? Okay, you'll get rid of Toxic Deluge. It doesn't look like that's going to wind up doing anything. Just take out the removal spell. I can't say Orcish Bowmasters is a card here. The problem is their commander is just a Phyrexian Arena, and I can't stop it. Yep, they're not even wasting their time with the plus. So, not sure what to do. I can grief away a card in their hand, and this is as good as it's going to get for grief, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. Oh, Necro Dominance, of course. Yeah, good thing I did that. That is my opponent not casting or not doing the thing there. Yeah, we're going to cast our commander. I have Zombify. I can use it. Did my opponent run card spam off the top? No. They drew a land for the turn? They must have. Okay. Leave that in the graveyard for Zombify? No, I can't. Because their commander kills it if they were to plus. And they do plus. This is why I can't put it in the graveyard. That was a good draw. I'm going to Zombify the whatchamacallit, for the sole purpose of pressuring my opponent's commander and also getting the last card there. Yeah. Which, I mean, that card didn't really matter, but... Well, maybe I get Breach one day. Or you just top deck that at perfectly 6 mana. That works too. Must be nice. I'd rather not cut down a zombie, but here comes the Phyrexian Arena. So I need 3 more lands for this Breach. I could play Doomsday first, but then if I don't draw a land, I'll never Breach, and... But it would technically win the game if it came out. Alright, now I have a Phyrexian Arena. That was a... If I wasn't going to draw a land, I suppose the next best thing. I should cut down this zombie. It's at this point going to matter, so... Just going to kill it. Lightning Greaves. Nope. Overlord of the Bilmerk? Ah. What does casting that do? I don't know. It's better than not casting it. Let's grab Grief again. And I don't want to use... I can't cast Grief here. I just don't want to lose either card in my hand. And if my opponent's not doing anything, then I don't see a reason to cast it in the first place. I'm pretty confident there's removal for days. Okay, well, that wasn't a removal spell. They should have zeroed first. Could have hit potentially Casualties of War, maybe. Okay, we're just gaining life. That creates a parked removal, more or less. I will cast Grief. We'll always cast this. Doesn't matter what happens. Extinction Event. More removal. Okay. Removal City. I don't have to crack my fetch lands because of, Wait, what? Oh, okay, I guess they get to re-spin it. Sure, yeah. Alright, that's fine. That felt a little weird to me, but no, that makes sense. That makes sense. More mana. Alright. Mana removal. Mana removal. Opponent's got a game plan. This is a treasure token. 1, 2, 3. I can cast Doomsday, but again, if there isn't a creature in the bottom chunk, it's gonna cost me the game. But you know what? I think I'm comfortable with that opportunity. Actually, Black Market will always get a treasure token before I would deck out. So, I'll always get a treasure token before I would go to lose every card in my deck. Oh, if they kill it, I draw even less. They do kill it. Okay. Okay, that is a problem, maybe? Might be a problem. We'll see. Ideally it isn't, but... Well, why would I draw land? Let's be real. Let's play... that. I could have always drew a land there, and that would have been nice. I take 6? Seven, 8? No! Ripples is gonna kill me. What have I done? I killed myself with Ripples? I did, didn't I? Why did I do that? It's so obvious. Why did I do that? Oh my god. I threw the game. This is the second time I've done it. This is the second time I've threw the game. This is the second time I've threw the game with the Doomsday. It mills 3. I just cast it. Oh my god, I just threw the game again. Why am I like this? Oh, why am I like this? Wait a minute, what? Oh, it's in your first main phase. Oh. No, cancel, 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 stop, please. Why am I trying to throw so hard? Why am I trying to throw so hard? Stop. Just stop. I'm subconsciously really trying to lose the game. Okay, we did it. Oh, what a stressful event that was, huh? I'm not, you know what? I'm not even going to grab anything. Actually, we can grief the last card in their hand. Okay, we could have griefed the last card in their hand. Maybe that would have been safe. I doubt it was, the 4 mana, you know, exile a creature, they draw if you didn't pay an extra 2 or something. Oh, man. I forgot this was main phase. I thought it was upkeep. I thought I threw again. Oh, what a roller coaster. And I almost actually paid 1. I almost just paid 1 and then threw again. Man. I'm really trying to lose. I'm really trying to lose when I cast Doomsday. Wow, yeah, look at that. It happened again. Except this time I did it the right way and won the game. Sweet. Yeah, sometimes that's just good enough. Sometimes you just bring them to 6 cards and then you just mill them out and they lose. It's really weird, but that actually happens. Huh. There's more to Doomsday Excruciator than I would have thought. Maybe it should see more play or something. I don't know. Also, my opponent had a really good opener and then like never found any crazy closing speed. I mean, to be fair, they kind of did though. They ripped the Liliana Dreadhorde right off the top at 6 mana. So that was good, and I ripped an Answer off the top. I was able to compete with the Phyrexian Arena as well, and there was just no crazy pressure. I wish I could see more of my opponent's deck here. Is it all removal and ramp spells? Is there like... I mean, I guess there's some Planeswalkers, but still. Huh. Like, they're even playing Languish. Like, this is so much removal. Interesting. Maybe that's just good. It feels pretty bad when your opponent doesn't have anything to kill. So, there is that. Oh man, I really thought I threw that game for a second. Bojuka Bog, I really need you to stop doing stuff, please. I really need you to just stop with this stuff. Just need you to stop. All I'm asking. I'm going to do this. Alright, that was a good wad of stuff. Yeah, I'll take that. Why not? I can afford to just grab a card. I don't think it affects my commander. Not castable currently. All these are just triple tap land in my hand. Okay, it is castable now. They have... No, we're not playing it this turn. I'm just going to leave up the currency converter. I don't want to run into... If I strand my opponent's turn 2, that's way more valuable to me than not doing that. Draw 2, then discard unless you discard an instant sorcery. Let's get rid of... that thing. No, this. Can make a treasure token, which might matter. I don't know. Does this do anything else after that? Nope, just a 2/2. Just a 2/2. Opponent gets rid of Deceit Body Launderer. Okay. Let's duress. That was a really nice draw, I think. Ideally. My opponent's hand is abysmal. Opponent's hand is abysmal. Does that make me want to cast my command? It kind of does. Well, I can't now. I don't have the third black source. Alright, just cast that. Oh, I had the treasure token. Alright, never mind. Throwing. Psychic Frog. Well, if ever you were going to draw a card, that is a very good card to draw. Not sure about this attack here. What are you doing with a treasure token? Otawara? Is that... what is it? It costs 4, but you need a legendary, right? Yeah. So they can't Otawara this turn, but they can next turn. Okay, maybe I should snuff this out. It's like the only thing I'll ever actually snuff out, so... I don't think I need a land when I have them in my hand. Yeah, just get rid of that. Phyrexian Arena. I think I'll play my commander. I would like them to wind up using Otawara to deal with it. And I will get rid of their graveyard to mess up their commander significantly. And pass. I can double block Psychic Frog. Oh no, they have Otawara. That doesn't work. They can bounce and then grow it enough to kill the other target. Bounce and grow. Bounce and grow. How much is in my graveyard? 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe bounce and grow is fine. Because that's like my opponent's entire board state. Yeah, they can bounce and grow, and I won't lose this game. That, I think, is enough resources that I'm willing to commit that. Okay, it looks like there's no bounce. It's simply a removal spell, because otherwise this wouldn't make any sense. What? There's no removal spell? Did my opponent just not see the line I said? Is that what happened there? They just simply didn't see that line? Huh. Wow. I should probably kill this. It's going to do more damage than Snuff Out is going to, like, make me lose life. Yeah, I should have killed it earlier, honestly. Okay, let's do that. Cut down. Not doing much here. Dismember. Potentially doing something. I want to play land still, so play land, and then what? Cast my commander again? What does this do? Okay. Oh, we got Overlord this turn. Sweet. I don't think I've ever swung with that, so that's exciting. I could have dismembered before that happened, but I didn't. Grief is cool. But you know what's cooler? My commander. Too easy. So we swing, we mill a bunch with the Overlord, and then we can boast after that happens. This just wasn't even close to triggering, was it? Maybe I should take that out. How many creatures you need? 3 or more creatures in your graveyard. Yeah, alright, maybe I should take that out. That's probably not going to happen as much as I thought it was. So, yeah. But apart from that, Bojuka Bog actually did something, and I'm pretty sure my opponent missed the right line with Otawara bounce and discard to kill the other. Pretty sure they just 100% didn't think of that. Because Takanuma... Well, the offside is like you grab Psychic Frog or something with this, and then you have more cards in your graveyard for your commander, and that might have been what they were thinking about to like offset the Bojuka Bog, and just didn't realize they could. I don't know. I still think this is a better idea. I saw that line, and I think that was what they should have done, but I suppose it's not how it panned out. Cool. Well, sounds to me like you're just lucky. You're just getting lucky. Well, I don't know that's how true that is, because like, despite there being 500 legendaries in the new set, there isn't exactly 500 viable commanders. This is one of the more played ones. I really have only played the more... Actually, is that true? No, I played T'Challa. That was pretty bad. That was actually really bad. What else did I play in the new set? Thor. I think I've only seen one other person ever play Thor, and it was alright. It was way better than I thought it would be. Way better than I thought it would be. How does this untap? Just a swamp. Alright. Don't you dare mana dork me. Come on. Stop it. Oh, wait. Maybe this isn't a mana dork commander. Oh, well, maybe it is. I revoke my hello. Gonna be toxic. What's being toxic? Also, I forgot to take out that weird card I was talking about. Alright, what are we doing here? Scavenging Ooze is an auto loss, so I suppose I'm taking that. What does this do? Each creature you control with a counter flies. Okay. More counters are put... Wait, what? Okay. Well, opponent's not going to enjoy Toxic Deluge. Yeah, I don't often play the same... Actually, I never play the same commander twice. At least back to back. I will go back and play the same commander, even if it's like a... I don't know the smallest gap I've ever had historically. I also don't know which one of these is better to kill. When you put a counter on a creature, draw. Yeah, I don't actually know. Maybe neither. Just let them do whatever. We do have Toxic Deluge, and if I don't draw land, the game's over anyways. Chaos. Alright, so bloop. Top deck protection spell, of course. Yeah. As is tradition. Why not? It only makes sense, right? Oh, I don't draw land? No, that tracks. Well, like I said, if I don't draw land, the game's over anyways. So, looking like the game's going to be over. Maybe I have one more turn. Land? Please? Okay. Toxic Deluge for 3. Let me read this. Yep. Can't kill that. Will kill me. Black market. I'm not sure I even have a lot of outs anymore, actually. On it, just ripped the extremely good game-ending card right off the top, as is tradition. I feel like that's happened a lot today. Just ripping the perfect card off the top of the deck. Oh, just in time. Oh. Cool. You got it. Another game. Just ripped probably the literally best card possible off the top of your deck. Like, objectively speaking, probably the top 3 cards in your deck there. Right when you get your 4th land, too. Well, can't beat that. Can't beat that. Well, there's some cards in my deck. I have Damnation. Didn't draw it, though. We're not our opponent. We don't draw the perfect cards. I missed a land drop, too, so I was behind, but even if I wasn't, I think the outcome would have been rather similar. So it didn't really matter. At least I don't think it mattered. At least I don't think it mattered, but maybe it did. Maybe it did. I could have won to... No, that's like never a good idea, actually. The top deck protection spell was also good. Yeah, they just ran like perfect off the top, really. If I had done that... No, that still wouldn't have mattered. I can't find a line that would have been great. Why is Doomsday Excruciator in my head every game? Please, go away. Leave me alone. Go away. Man, that Excruciator has been in my hand a lot. Goodness. Get out of here. Get out of here, Griselbrand. Maybe there's too many expensive good cards in here. I gotta, like, cut back on the giant stuff. I'm not sure. I'm hitting them, like, a lot, so... It feels pretty egregious. What does this do? Search your library for a spider hero? What? It's a sorcery only. Okay. Bloom Tender, yep. Little green stuff. I'm gonna just play this tapped and pass. There's been a few games where, like, I kind of wish I had more board wipes. I could always change it. Oh, I didn't take out the card again. God, that's fine. It's not a big deal. Not the worst thing that could happen. Oh, yes. Mono green. Nice 5-color deck. Dark Ritual, is that good? Feels a little too late. Would have been good earlier. Definitely good earlier. There's no reason to cast my commanders, so I guess there's no reason to Dark Ritual them. Gotta love the green cards. Oh, I lose my... The one card I played this turn is back in my hand. Or this game, actually. The one card I played this game. Alright, well, same logic. I need specifically the same thing last time off the top. Choose a card type? Funny, my opponent should name Sorcery, even though Sorcery isn't good here given my hand. The name Enchantment, I would have named Sorcery. Because my outs are clearly not enchantments. Like, what, recasting this does literally nothing. You should never name enchantment here. Like, even Artifact would be good, honestly. Alright, I didn't draw it, and I'm not gonna try to dismember my way out of this. Yep, mono green. Mono green must be nice. Lost to a mana dork. Typical. I'm going to take out the thing I keep saying I'm going to take out. Actually, the Emeritus also is kind of bad. Where is it? I don't even know what it's called. Actually, no idea what it's called. Wait, did I take it out already? What? I took it out already. It's not in here. When did I do that? Oh no, there it is. Gosh. I got some psychological issues, man. Oof. Sketchy. I would like another board wipe. And almost on the edge of putting another land in here too, which at this point I think it's fine, yeah. We just add another land. Definitely think there's too few. I do like scriptures. I think it's fine with the 5-minute sweeper. Probably. Maybe. I mean, I'm a Bantu's truther, but can't really collect evidence ever. It's still a board wipe. What does this one do? Oh. Wait. Where's the normal Crux of Fate? Is it not a... I guess it's not a rare. Must be a mythic? What is this? Destroy a creature an opponent controls, then draw a card for each creature it died this... What? Yeah, I guess this is a mythic. Huh. I don't remember that. I don't remember that. There's like the sacrifice 13 creatures one. Oh, there's a whole bunch. Oop. What did I just get my foot stuck on? I don't know what that was. Yeah, Blasphemous Edict, maybe? Yeah, I'm fine with that. I mean, I'm like 2 seconds for being done anyways, but doesn't hurt. It's been a while since I got like 15 wins in one sitting. Feels like it's been a while. Surprised it's this commander that's really close to that. Actually, wait, maybe Bruce Banner was like even fat. I think Bruce Banner did it. I'm not very good at remembering things, am I? Tragic. Well, that's a hand. It's got cards in it. I'd like to be on the draw here, and then like, no, I don't think not playing a land is a good idea. It's a Muldrotha list, so I can probably get away with a Necromancy. Let's see. Oh, I guess not. Still would take this over a Delighted Halfling. Like almost every single time ever. Literally every time. Beginning of surveil one. Target creature you control. Alright, unfortunately I have to kill this because Necromancy is a part of the equation and I think it's a good idea, so. Sacrifice this for target vehicle or... Yeah, we can cast our commander. If it dies, that's fine. It's not doing anything anyways, but by the time it will, I think it's castable again. I don't need to worry about that. It's just sitting there as a 3/3. Okay, they did not discard with Bitter Triumph. They could have, and they didn't. But this, I think, is good. If my opponent does anything about this, I think that favors me in that exact spot. Hopefully this isn't Thoughtseize. Oh. Come on, don't you dare. Okay, we're good. Hey, speaking of Thoughtseize, that is worth not casting Shield Druid in this spot. For a lot of reasons. Removal, grief, Overlord. Overlord is 5. Is grief a problem? And is all pretty annoying here. I'll take the grief. And I can reanimate the grief and take something else. Yeah, that I like that actually. I think that's a good idea. And let's take out the Overlord. And if you blood chiefs the grief, then sure. Yeah, I mean that's that. Oh, they kept that card on. Have they milled? No, they did. They milled the spell bomb. Shoot. Didn't see that coming when I should have. Human. I can get another land here and brood. No, that's not what I can do at all. I can. Honestly, I can't really do anything. Yeah, it was a mistake to do that. Kind of forgot they could do that. I could take Breach, maybe? I think we're just all in on ridiculous stuff at this point. Overlord was a colossal mistake on my part. Didn't think about that. Opponent just did not cast their commander. Okay. Interesting. Oh, it's because we drew something better? Wait, what? Oh, no, leave it to me. Well, yeah, no, I'm done. That's it. That's it. Alright, I made a mistake, and I think that mistake probably cost me the game. But it wasn't looking good regardless, because just like the past 4 opponents, or no, that's not true. But we've had a few games where my opponent has ripped extremely good cards off the top. Giving my opponent an Overlord and a Grief for free, more or less, is not how you win games, so... They also had a Haywire Might to answer the precise thing I was planning on doing. Not ideal. This could be a very difficult matchup if I don't have, like... see, this has to be my land drop, though. I don't think I can keep this. Too much of this is just totally dead. Ugh, the same logic here, I think. This might be a game where I just try to Necromancy turn 3 and like... maybe turn 4. Does that mean don't cast that? I think that means don't cast the quest. Actually, I don't know what that means. They swing at me, it's just lights out anyways. And yeah, I don't know. Opponent did not grab the Surveil land. Curious. I can play quest. Commander has to be played on turn 3, looting that. I'll take that. My opponent has World Spineworm in their hand. That's funny. And I'm not casting this Quest of Necropolis. I want to use it to trigger my commander? Yeah, I do. Wait, is that better than the... Hold on, what? I guess it didn't matter. Okay. Okay, so... Here... Where's this all going, though? Like, Hoarding Broodlord in play doesn't really do anything. It just doesn't do anything. I can't cast a removal spell. Wait, can I cast this one? No basic lands? No, I can't. So I can reanimate this and then what? I mean, I have to, right? Okay, I can find a 2-mana removal spell. I can do that. I suppose that is better than nothing. Let's get rid of boots. Oh, wait, no. Get rid of that. That was actually a really nice thing to get rid of. Could have maybe made them sack some lands. I don't... Not what it's in the deck for. Thinking is for other people. Yeah, we'll go ahead and... Oh, I can flare. Is that better than, just Bitter Triumph or Shieldred's Edict? Shieldred's Edict or Flare? Flare is 1 extra mana. Yeah, no, we get Flare here because I can get rid of my own... Hold on, I gotta read Flare. Okay. It's not like Force of Will. It's not like Force of Will. Flare does it here, fortunately. How much is that in the graveyard now? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think I just have to leave up the mauling. So, do nothing? It's kind of lame, but I think that, yeah, let's just leave this up. I'm currently winning. So... Boots, loot away Barrowgoyf. Oh wait, it has to be a black spell. Has to be a black spell. I don't know if they can do anything now. Do I have enough in the graveyard? I do? Oh, I do? Is it exactly? It's exactly enough. Awesome. Awesome. So, cast you. You. Oh, yes. Actually shrunk the Barrowgoyf. I mean, that doesn't matter. It's always going to be a 2-turn clock. I did not feel good about this matchup, but we got the double removal spell, which we needed. And playing this on turn 3 and not casting this to trigger my commander was ideal, so I think I played that pretty well. Sweet. Wow. I mean, I'm a mono black deck, right? Removal is just good against this commander in general, and it's really what it boiled down to, but apart from the removal, we also just did the thing. We would have to pass the turn again, though. We would have to pass the turn. So it would be, Broodlord, discard spell, and... I mean, I could cast this, right? What happens if I cast this? Wait a minute. Are they just dead? Half the permanents they control. So I can make them sack a bunch of lands, and I don't have to sack a creature. Yeah, we could have Pox played. I don't know if I would have seen that. I really don't know if I would have seen that, but they were dead if I did do that. They're just dead right now, so we would actually not pass the turn. Hopefully I would have seen that. Also, even if it didn't do any damage, they would lose way too many lands. So they'd lose 4? It's rounded down, yeah, so they'd lose 4 mana sources, and then from there, they're just totally out of the game regardless, right? They can't even cast their commander next turn, even if I leave them alone. Unless they have the red ritual, I guess that would actually do it. Land, red ritual, pyretic ritual, or whatever that 4-mana card is that adds 7 red. So I guess there's other cards that would do it, but sweet. The worm go back into hand? What do you mean? I don't know what you mean. World Spine Worm? What about World Spine Worm? It wasn't the only creature in my opponent's deck, if that's what you mean. Okay. I have had this beat me a few times. I think it's just a blue-white control deck with a bunch of random 4/4s in it. Is it me, or am I seeing the same, like, 5 or 3 really expensive cards every game? I feel like I'm tripping here. Oh, what is... Yeah, I feel like there's like a... I don't know. We've, like, solved the deck shuffler code or something. I feel like I'm just getting the same expensive cards in every game. Like, seldom do I have a hand without one. And there's like 5 in the deck or something. Maybe there's like 6 or 8. What does this do? When you cast an artifact spell, get another one. Players dealt combat damage with this, can't cast non-creature spells. Okay, I will kill that. Don't like that. I don't really care about the 1/1. Currently, at least. I will also probably kill that. I don't like that either. I deem it a problem. I don't know if I'd kill my opponent's commander, though. Merchant's Dockhand. Interesting. Try to kill that too? Well, let's play a land first. I could just pay a bunch of life. Is that reckless? What would I even do that for? Lightning Greaves? That doesn't matter, does it? Nope. Yeah, I can Vampiric Tutor for... absolutely no idea. Wonder if they crack it now. Nope, they're just not interested in using the Hope of Jiffer. So we do this, and then we cast Vampiric Tutor, and I could get Damnation, Toxic Deluge, I don't know. I'm curious if they sack the Hope. Because sacking the Hope is sometimes not a good idea, but... Alright, I'm gonna do the thing. When it doesn't use it, so I'm gonna blow everything up. See where we go from there. Nesting Bat, what is that? Carb text on it, alright. Oh, a counterspell, you say? Well, I'm not going to cast my commander then. Hall of the Storm Giants? What? Yeah, I can't not cast my commander now. So I guess I'm just going to cast it. I'm convinced this is a counter... Oh, that's actually a pretty good draw. Oh yeah, no, we like that way more. Okay. Let's go ahead and bin... I guess Gristlebrand? Maybe Breach? Gotta do some counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ugh. Alright, Gristlebrand it is. And no attack. Oh, maybe it's not a counterspell? I don't know. Pretty convinced it is, but maybe it isn't. I suppose it wasn't. Honestly, a bit surprised by that. I can kill my opponent's commander, which feels weird. I'm actually not certain if this even... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 4, 5, 6... Oh, is it? Come on, it's not swords. It's not swords, dude. No, it isn't. Whatever. It's swords. Get out of here. Toxic. So toxic. And then they draw the land. Yep, 7, 8. Yep, whatever. You got it. Whatever. 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 I had that game. Oh, I had that game. I mean, the swords was never avoidable, I guess, so maybe I didn't. Could have done that. No, that wouldn't have done it. No, there's nothing. Okay. Could have just not blocked. 7 that, take that. Yeah, maybe not block. Well, still, though. I just take more damage. I just take more damage that way. Yeah, I don't know. I probably just was always screwed then. Alright. Exploration's a bit weird in Tifa, because you don't want to, like, get rid of your lands that fast. Like, ever, I feel? You never want to get rid of your lands that quick. I don't get it. I mean, but there's a reason. But, like, you just vomit all the lands out of your hand. You just don't have anything. So I'll take that. Like, if you play your land now, you just have literally nothing at all for Tifa ever. And then the exploration just looks really weird. Yeah, see, this is strange. I don't know how I feel about that card in this deck. I will simply kill Tifa at sorcery speed. Oh no, you could have let me reanimate it. What are you doing? Yeah, the exploration, honestly, I really think it should just be another land in your deck. It's just like Tifa doesn't have any land drops. Okay, well. Human, this. Oh, there's something castable? Oh, you tell me. Oh, they drew a land. I will make at least one of the 3/2s. Oh look, another removal spell. Let's play the giant funny card. They can't haste Tifa and kill me next turn or anything, so I'll just throw this out there. I probably can't Surveil though, losing too much life. Okay, they cycle Veil of Summer. Adorable. Just how you drew it up. Opponent does not cast their commander. They could have. Let's play our commander, I think. Yep. And always swing for 9, because why not? So I have not nearly enough devotion to do anything. Unless Doom Whisperer wants to get crazy on me. Sure. I don't think the 1/1's gonna do the job there in the grand scheme of things. Alright, we'll surveil a couple. I gotta make sure Black Market excuse me, doesn't kill me. Excellent start so far. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11. 12. 13. 14, 15? 10, 11, 12, 13. I can mill 2 more. Toxic Deluge, that's not doing anything. Alright, I'm not gonna do it again. Treasure token. And I don't know if I have to swing with everything. I don't think I do. 6 plus 4. I don't have to swing with everything. I highly doubt it matters, but I might as well play safer. Okay, none of this is good. So... Oh wait, no, we can yet again Pox Plague. We can Pox Plague yet again, though. Yeah, so... We will go ahead and Pox Plague. I'm not going to Thoughtseize. Get rid of half your permanents, round it down, and I'm pretty sure that's just going to blow my opponent's whole game plan up. So we cast this first, and then Arbitrary Permanent, and I'm not going to sign them. But yeah, alright, they just sack, what is that, 3 lands in the Exploration, and then they're just really never casting Tifa. But I think this is a good example. Like, I don't know if you're supposed to play this in Tifa. You just dump out so many lands before you could even play Tifa. Even on turn 2, you play Tifa, and then you play 2 more lands. Unless, I suppose, you also specifically have Lightning Greaves, so you can swing with the 2 lands you played on turn 2. But you're just going to vomit so many lands in play and have none in hand for Tifa. And that doesn't seem like a good idea. Where something like, I mean, you can still just play it and not use it, right? You can play it and just not play extra lands. There probably is merit to that, honestly. But hard to say. If this is in your deck, I think it's wise to also have some kind of giant stupid thing pivot in a Tifa list. Sometimes you see that. Very rarely do you see it, though. But when I play Tifa, I'll have like the giant green stuff on the other end of the mana curve there, so I have something to do if it doesn't work, even though I think that still is a worse way to play it. It's just a, it's a fun way to play it. It at least justifies the exploration. Because I don't know if I agree with that. Yeah, if you just don't play your lands, I guess. That just seems weird. I don't like that. Alright, we did it. We're done. Just about almost exactly on time, too, funny enough. Alright, so I really like this commander. When it was played against me, I think 3 times. The first time, it was that crazy game where I was just milling my opponent for a bajillion every game, or every turn. And then I think I still won. And then the next 2 times I saw it were back-to-back. In both times, it just went crazy on me and beat me. And after having played it, I got to all 15 wins in one sitting, which not a lot of commanders I play, at least recently, have done. And this one did. Very nice. The removal is good. I don't know if it's better than it has been. The Graveyard Hate did actually come up in one game. It was like the prototype game, I think. I think that might have been the only game. No, there was a Rezug player. But no, they didn't do anything that made me want to attack the Graveyard. I'm not sure. But anyways. I think Graveyard Hate is a bit more of a valid thing now, and commanders like this are why that is the case. It's not like this happens to be a commander now that I think Graveyard Hate is more viable. I think this is just one of the, factors that makes Graveyard Hate more of a reasonable thing to do in every deck you play ever. Black has the escape card that draws one, or unleash, whatever it's called, from that one set. So there's like a nice one there. It's always a cycler, gain some life. It's technically also devotion for your commander, so I probably should have that in here somewhere. There were actually 2 or 3 games having exiled this where it actually would have just been straight up castable. Was not at all why I was playing it, never even thought about legitimately casting it, but I think there were 2 or 3 games with Baron if I didn't just have the game end immediately upon doing the thing in the first place. This could have been a viable spell to cast of the 3 that you get for free, which is interesting. Gristlebrand, Reanimate, nonsense. I mean, every game that wins instead of my commander is kind of like, whatever. But it is part of the color archetype, and there's not a lot of reasons not to put that strategy into your deck. And it's viable with your, excuse me, and it's viable with your commander. So, like, it's not just into Reanimate, but, it also is that. I don't know if I like these. There was a lot of times where I could just cast my commander, pass, and be like, all right, you can kill it or don't or something. But these were just kind of weird. They're never not going to feel weird to me. I feel I don't know how to ever make these feel like the right idea. Even as something like this that is so incredibly desperate at attacking, you can just kill it in response to these cards. Right. In fact, I think every time my opponent had a removal spell, these just don't matter. They don't protect you from a removal spell. You don't even have a counter spell to like defend your commander. We have I think 1 cheat death. Maybe I took it out. Did I take it out? Oh, it's in here something. Yeah, Malakir Rebirth. But I mean, Malakir Rebirth kind of still has the same issue where it costs a mana to cast. Also, it couldn't have been one of my land drops earlier in the game. So I really just don't agree with these. I think even in this instance, it still hangs true. Something like Tifa, even something like Tifa doesn't seem to play these because they more or less enjoy actually targeting Tifa and then doing something with it. Rofellos however, does seem very interested in Lightning Greaves, because if you don't have an answer immediately, then suddenly there's a huge problem, and that problem is even worse because they can tap it immediately to do another thing on that same turn on turn 2, or turn 3. Yeah, turn 3. But, you know, in that regard, it doesn't necessarily give Rofellos Haze, because you had to like wait a turn to cast this and then go to the next turn to crew it or equip onto Rofellos, right? People are a little too convinced that these are like the right options all the time. So I just don't like them. I don't think there was a single game here where I felt super excited that the haste part of the equation was there. The Shroud was nice. I did move Shroud over to the right creature at the right time in that one game where like I want this to not die for the turn cycle. But all in all, I don't like those cards. I really don't. I'm trying to make them make sense to me in the head, and every time it seemed to not make sense. And this didn't seem to be that much of an exception to that. I will say, you're not actually casting this ever realistically on turn 3. So you have all the time in the world to put the Lightning Greaves in play earlier, and then do whatever you're going to do in the meantime. And then when you would go to cast this, you'll always have that Lightning Greaves you had at some point in that game, because this is like not a turn 3 commander. Seldom is it a turn 4 commander either. If you aim to trigger the thing, it's not often you'll ever do that earlier than turn like 5. Even turn 5 seems a little crazy. I don't know. Well, when I go back to edit all this, I'm sure I'll see the average turn it took to do the thing, but it is nice to have a viable strategy in the intermediate that gets you to this. And this is a game-winning ability. It's not like the value vomit and then you pass a turn and then you still lose. A lot of the time, you're actually going to win with this trigger, and that is nice. I like that. It makes it a pretty nice commander. Spell Devotion is a cool way of going about things too. I like how the text is on this, the ruling. I mean, you know, I'd rather it be an actual Magic set, but you know, it's still cool. It's still cool. I mean, I don't know the character. That helps me think it's less Fortnite-y, is what it is, I guess. But yeah, on paper you can just proxy the art. It's just not have to deal with all that. But yeah, so I don't know. Oh, it was Mesmeric Orb. That was it. Someone said Mesmeric Orb. That is certainly one of the cards that probably should have been in here, and at the very least gives you your thing. This does remove your ability to ever, what is it? Excruciator? What's it called? Even though it was in my hand every game. Doomsday Excruciator. You can't do this anymore if you play Mesmeric Orb, because you're probably going to lose. Now, if your opponent has a bunch of stuff tapped out, then I guess that's not the case. You can just shotgun blast them with the Mesmeric Orb, and then later in the game they tap more than 6 permanents, or up to 6, more than 5, and then suddenly, boom, you win. So maybe it's a double-edged sword. Maybe it's a sword. I mean, you're also just not casting it if you're not going to win with it. So it's not good, not like you've ruined anything fundamentally. But yeah, this card has impressed me. Just playing it. Don't even need my commander to do anything. I don't even care about the devotion that it gives on the commander side of things. It just, what it does is good. It can win games on its own. I think I punted was it the first game I played? Or one of the games I played it. I just accidentally didn't win when I was supposed to, because I stacked it wrong, and like I did the mill 7 and then like exile, or yeah, milled however much with breach, and I just did them backwards, and then I lost the game on accident because I wasn't going to get to my next turn anyways. So oops. More board wipes I ended up adding. I think that was a good idea. Probably still a little light on the lands. I really wanted to try a lot of cards at the same time, and I didn't get mana screwed that bad, but there were a couple of games where I did get a little mana screwed. Playing with fire with the land count, I had pretty much every MDFC in here because of simply the devotion, graveyard devotion. If your lands add to devotion when you just arbitrarily put them in your graveyard for whatever reason, that just makes it easier to get to 15. And I think a couple times it did matter. Like a card like this is not really that great ever. It's just a tap land, which I really don't like. But it's got the devotion when you get rid of it, so that's fine. It technically triggers Connive if you for some reason are casting this. You can legitimately cast it with your commander as one of the cards. I don't know if that's ever likely, but it's possible. So they're not 100% dead, and if ever they had a place, it's probably here. But this is not the kind of deck that wants like Gray Merchant. It's not that kind of devotion deck. It's just graveyard mana, things matter. If it was only permanents and not all spells ever, then that might be true. But the fact that you don't have to play the Sephiroth level of creatures in your deck to do the thing means it's most likely never really going to be a mono black devotion deck where you have all the stuff. Like, I don't think Nykthos ever did anything. It's probably free enough, but it doesn't seem like that's a card that really needs to be in here, and honestly probably shouldn't be in here because you don't want to ever have only 2 black sources in a deck where you're trying to cast like Doomsday Excruciator. So could play Urborg, but again, I think Urborg on average is probably going to help your opponent more than the mono black deck. If I had to guess, Cabal Stronghold is like a kind of a reason to play Urborg, but either way, I just didn't really like Nykthos and probably just shouldn't be in here. More reanimate spells would have been fine. I don't know the exact giant dumb things to put on the top end. Really not sure. I like the ones I had. Sometimes I wish I had like... Well, actually, I think I just have all the ones I would ever conceive of wanting. I'm not really sure. You can add the Sixers in there, but Crab Abomination's funny. I mean, if it's free. Massacre Worm was in here for a second, and I think I like the one that cycles the Crocodile more. The losing 2 life of everything that dies, I think the Crocodile is just more appealing. This could have been in here. Honestly, it could have. What else? The Coven, this could have been in here. I kind of like this card. It's all right. I don't think I like Vein Ripper. I don't think so. Crick could have been in here as well. Kirik? I say Crick. Could have done it. I took out Velgavoth. It didn't really seem ideal. I'm not running Sacrifice, but if I was, I have Saw in Half. So Saw in Half and Sacrifice is, the 2 things you think of when you think of Hoarding Broodlord. But apart from that, it was still fine just to have a slightly better version of Runescarred Demon in your deck. I mean, that's always fine, I guess. It has to be a black spell, so you could Painter Servant cards and make them black, but that wouldn't add the devotion count. You still have to have 15 black mana symbols. Even if you had exiled this among the pile, you'd also have to have Painter Servant in play. But yeah, I don't think that's ever worth it. There's enough things to do in black that you don't have to go this weird colorless route. Arden is also weird because when you exile 15 mana worth of things, you probably got rid of all the things you want to reanimate, and you could just simply cast the things you want to reanimate and not reanimate them with this. This does go in your opponent's graveyard. That might be okay, I guess, but I just kind of skip that part and just go right into casting the giant dumb things. But yeah, there's not too many crazy giant things, and I don't think there has to be. Right, I think I had the right amount. I did have a highly disproportionate amount of games where they were just in my hand. Fortunately, you can mill them or loot them with the Connive trigger, but it did feel like I had too many games where like there's something dumb in my hand early, and a lot of opening hands had a lot of expensive stuff, and it felt kind of weird. I don't know why. We solved the deck shuffler. I had the right exact permutation, the right deck seed to just like always have one of these in my hand or something. It was kind of nutty. But yeah, all right, I'm losing my voice. I really like this commander. Huge fan of it. I can see myself playing this as like the black deck to play. I like it way more than Sephiroth. Mono Black Devotion is one of my favorite things of all time in Magic, and this is kind of like that, except it's in the graveyard, which is a spot that historically, at least in this format, up until maybe, maybe people are going to start playing more Graveyard Hate. It's one of the harder styles of devotion to interact with, which is really cool. Even though you're like kind of all in on a 3/3. But yeah, so huge fan of this. Mesmeric Orb would have been interesting at some point. I just never threw it in here. Again, trying to put so many cards in the same deck just to see what they do. But I really like this commander. It does feel like a legitimate mono black commander that isn't just Sephiroth, and it's doing its own thing, which is really cool. So let me know what you thought about it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. All right, there was that game about Barrelgoyf. Let's see. I'll find out in the editing. See if that Barrelgoyf was real or not with that Rezug player. I guess everyone will know if they hear this by now if it was real, but pretty sure my opponent had a Barrelgoyf in play to make, block my Emeritus.